As the news from the United States and Europe reverberates around the globe, Australian investors are being urged to also not panic. The Prime Minister is convinced the Australian economy is in good shape to withstand another financial meltdown. But the multi-billion-dollar plunge in share values could mean deep pain for many retirees who rely on their investments for income. Deborah Rice reports.
Mary and Philip Silver received a statement for one of their investments last night.
I opened it and the figures were naught. So that was a bit of a shock. And then I realised that on top of that I was being charged management fees.
And they're still to feel the effect of the latest share market savaging.
We're, as I see it, not as good position as we were a few years ago, and there'll be more impact this time.
The shockwaves will hit many Australians who are retired or planning to leave the workforce soon. Around $400 billion worth of superannuation is self-managed. Another $800 billion is in super funds, and their investments are heavily weighted to shares.
Look, it will correct, but no one knows over what time period. It might be 18 months, it might be 4 years. We don't know.
The government is trying to head off the panic with the message that Australia's well placed to ride out the turmoil.
We've got an unemployment rate of less than 5%. We've got low government debt. We've got the budget coming to surplus in 2012-13. We live in the part of the world that is continuing to grow.
And there are other positives. As the market falls, it can be a good time to buy shares. Homeowners are less likely to face interest rate hikes, and if the Australian dollar keeps dropping from its record highs, that can be good for exporters. But the question is, what happens if the market meltdown continues for years?
I mean, you can't go out and work overtime or get a second job. You're constrained by the fact that you're a self-funded retiree and you're dependent on what comes through the post.
Investors will be watching carefully when the Australian market opens on Monday. Deborah Rice, ABC News.